Hi there, welcome in. We're going to get some messages today. Take a deep breath in. Okay, bring your hands together. All right, we're going to call on our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space for divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love. So it is, and so it will be. All right. We're going to do some tarot, and then I have some clarifiers. Okay, so bottom of the deck energy is the Hanged Man. Okay, so there could be something that someone's needing to take a time out on, or there's a break. I have a Five of Pentacles. Getting a new perspective on things, perhaps. Seeing something from a different point of view. Maybe someone finds themselves in a position that you might have been in at one point. Let's get more. Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Ace of Swords. So there's clarity about maybe a situation. All right, so what I'm getting is I have three fives. I have Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and I have Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. 5, 5, 5. All right, so this is a lot of like shadow energy. This would be someone in their emotions, someone feeling left out, abandoned, rejected, having to overcome all kinds of challenges and difficulty, maybe even resulting in some chaos, some conflict, some drama. I'm also getting like somebody might have contributed towards this. All right, so with the Ace of Swords here, that's telling me that there's something coming to light, some sort of truth, some sort of epiphany, some sort of clarity on something. Seeing something from both sides, perhaps. Remember, I was getting like, I feel like somebody might be experiencing the other side of a situation, okay, that maybe you once were in and now it's their turn. I have a Two of Cups, so that kind of tells me it has something to do with relationships, partnerships. Maybe they're seeing things clearly now that they didn't see before, okay? I do have, at the bottom of this deck, I actually have accidental confession. So someone could find themselves on the stand and it literally says, I did it. It says unintentional revelation, discloses something private inadvertently, unexpected or spontaneous response. Okay, so I'm getting like with the 5, 5, 5 energy, like this is a lot of like changes needed, trouble, okay, instability and unpredictability. Okay, next we have the Fool and the Strength card. And the Eight of Pentacles. So this could be something that you've been really hard at work at. I'm getting there's something new here, maybe a new perspective, a new outlook, a new lease on life. I have strength, so this is something requiring courage, confidence, perseverance here. Like she looks so innocent and sweet, but she has the heart of a lion, okay? And determination to get something done and do it well. So your commitment to something is really strong. And then I have an Ace of Cups. So this is, you know, being in the energy of abundance, being high vibrational, being an energy that is in love, okay, in that love vibration. Abundance here, divinity I'm getting. Maybe there's a bit of like understanding now that maybe what they're experiencing is as a result of a lack of love. I'm getting lack energy and I'm getting abundance of love over here. So there's quite a difference. Okay, so someone's maybe being shown like what love truly is and what love truly isn't. And I'm getting with the Five of Cups, like there was a lot of spilt milk here. There was a lot of upset, despair, unhappy relationships, and a lack of fulfillment emotional fulfillment. So there's maybe someone's seeing clearly in how this has impacted their relationships with people. And it could go back to like whatever their role model was growing up. They're seeing clearly how this is presenting in their life and the need to make change here with the Five of Wands. There could have been something that you've been doing consistently. There might have been some sort of like working with others to come against you and trying to prevent you from being able to do this. Okay, I have the Two of Wands, so there's some sort of decision and direction here that's being evaluated. Which way do I go? Just had a card flip upside down. It's Temperance, flip side, upside down. So there's imbalance here. Someone's realizing whatever path they took, it's not an emotional fulfillment. Look, we have all fives out. We have Five of Swords here. What's this last card? Let's see. Yeah, maybe someone is having a hard time believing in something. Maybe they're struggling with dynamics in their life. Maybe there's a bit of indulgence here. Maybe there's a bit of like giving too much away. Five of Swords is like deception, betrayal, angst, bitterness, slander. I'm getting like someone did the most to maybe speak on your name, and as a result, like they may need your help, your guidance, your support. And maybe they can't now because like the apple cart's been spilt over. King of Pentacles. Let's see. I feel like someone did what I'm getting someone did the most to try to appear wealthy, stable, and secure. Someone may have actually taken money and abused access to finances. This could be a businessman. This could be a father. This could be what someone does to get money. So it's a bit of like abuse of power. It's abuse of access. Again, I'm getting like this King of Pentacles. It could either be them or somebody else. I'm getting like somebody may find themselves in court for crossing the line. They may even have admitted it, maybe not intentionally. Unintentional revelation here. Five of Swords. They may have tried to create some sort of imbalance for someone. We're going to get more. We have an Ace of Wands here. So this is like something that's, it's like whatever happened that was difficult, made you feel lost, incomplete. I'm getting it has been like, sorry, I got interrupted. But while I was waiting, this is a business owner. So this is either you collective as the business owner, maybe there was a bit of like working against you behind the scenes, or this is another business owner in their energy that I'm talking about. So this would be like someone that you had a karmic dynamic with. I feel like whatever has transpired here was inspiration. Something amazing was created from a place of pain, suffering, and rejection. So maybe as a result of your experience, you created something new with this so that you can help other people through it. Okay, maybe it was something very difficult to experience. And I'm getting there's a bit of like turn in the tide here. So let's see what else they want to tell us. So you created something new, and this is a passion for you. This might be some sort of creative endeavor here. Maybe there was this energy of like wanting you to suffer, but that's not what was in the cards for you. Might be in the cards for someone else though, King of Cups. This King of Cups was someone you had, one of you in this partnership here. Okay, so it could be someone who has strong water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Could be feminine, could be masculine. It's whatever energy they're leading with here. Someone may have thought that you would have chased them in some way, but you ended up moving on with your life. Judgment. So someone's experiencing some sort of choice at this time. They can find themselves in a similar predicament, perhaps. Look at Seven of Swords. Yeah. Someone now finds themselves under fire, being judged, having to deal with the consequences of something, having to always look over your shoulder to see if anybody's watching, trying to find out if people know the truth. I feel like someone's done a lot of work to hide the truth, right? Keep things from people, right? I feel like there's a lot of upset going on here with the Five of Cups. Okay, there has something to do with like belief systems here. Hierophant, bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. Someone realizes that they're stuck and stagnant and unable to move forward, and they could have sabotaged something with you, Eight of Swords. This could be a bit of like feeling trapped in a situation or trapped in the mind, like mental anguish here, because you're free and clear and you're not interested in entertaining any kind of energy from the past. So there's this like bitterness, resentment, and like revenge energy. Okay. I'm getting somebody just like tried to swindle this King of Pentacles here out of money. They may have like done fraud. All right. There was something fraudulent here. All right, I have the Sun card, so this is someone who's being exposed, being seen, someone who holds the light, someone who's expansive, someone who plants seeds. There's a lot of growth here. I feel like the purpose of this was for growth and development, realizing someone's divinity, power, life force, energy, God, child of God. I heard child of God. So someone thought it would be wise to go after a child of God, an earth angel, temperance. This is something that interesting. This is all right, so what I'm getting with the Eight of Swords is envy and jealousy, that someone has a new beginning and they're happy. They're happy and they're persevering and they're confident. They're calling in their Ten of Cups. I feel like whatever someone's doing and doing well, it's creating stability and security and happiness and fulfillment here. Someone is doing something that they love. And there's a bit of like open arms here. There's, you know, allowing for love and a better future. And then I have the Magician, which is manifestation. So someone is literally manifesting, okay, from a very high vibration, mind you, and can create their own reality. And as a result of that, they've mastered this. This is self-mastery. This is like applying what they've learned, okay, in their physical reality. And this Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment here. I feel like someone has a lot to say, Knight of Swords. Someone's always playing a game. Someone is a bit pessimistic, blunt, and bitter. Someone's really bitter that someone's doing better without them. And it's visible, like it's seen. Okay. Six of Swords. There's this energy of like moving away from something because it's not peaceful. It's not something that they align with anymore. There's a need to remove oneself, okay? To turn over a new leaf. It would require some bravery, okay? It would require some, like a new direction in life is what I'm getting. Away from the turbulence, into peace. I have a Knight of Wands and the Devil. So this is clarifying the Temperance and the Five of Swords. So all of this is going on here. All right, so the Knight of Wands is someone who's in and out, right? They're entertaining their lustful ways and wanting to create some sort of, this is abrupt energy, fast moving energy. So someone might want to come towards somebody, but I'm getting this is something that is not favorable. I'm getting with the Devil and the Five of Swords. I feel like this is like to pick a fight. I feel like somebody wants to pick a fight. Okay. Yeah. Someone finds themselves in a difficult situation when it comes to relationships and people that they're interacting with. Three of Swords is like being betrayed, possibly third party, past life, contracts, like karmic contracts. I'm getting this as like karmic relationship, karmic contracts playing out here, and there could have been betrayal. I'm getting like somebody wants to come for the Earth Angel that they thought that they could put in reverse, like to the point where there isn't harmony, there isn't peace, or someone's wanting to leave an area that they no longer find peaceful. I feel like they could be watching you on your social media platforms. If you're looking at this card here, this Devil energy is behind all these attacks. It's like it's like the ego, okay? The ego is heavy in this reading. Yeah, I'm getting like this King of Pentacles could have been someone that someone worked for, worked with, had some sort of contract with, or made some sort of agreement. Okay, I feel like there might have been something that they entered into and there could be a breach of contract or someone not holding up their end of the bargain on something. It could have worked with others to kind of come against this Earth Angel over here. Okay. Okay. Death. Someone wanted to end someone's creative projects or someone's ability to create. And I'm getting they worked with others to do this. They may have even like stolen money from somebody or used someone's space. I'm getting workspace. And maybe this business person wasn't aware this was going on. I'm getting there was something done like behind the scenes here that was very like malicious. Okay. So someone could be dealing with the repercussions of this. The Death card is like an ending, so it's gonna be difficult. This is maybe, I'm getting like an ego death of some kind, or someone needs to accept the inevitable. I have Nine of Swords here. This is clarifying the King of Cups, and it's also clarifying the Two of Cups. Someone is really haunted by the memory of you, collective, whoever they had a partnership with. Okay, so they're looking back and they're remembering what it was like and why they may do the things that they do. They realize that there's no coming back from this with this death card. Like, someone did the most. Okay, someone did the most. Yeah. 10 of Swords, bottom of the deck energy, Wheel of Fortune. Someone did the most. Yeah, against somebody who's been minding their business and doing their own thing. They could be working on some sort of projects. They're head down and focusing on putting in the hard work, and then the Nine of Pentacles is reaping the rewards of this and enjoying the fruits of someone's labor. Okay, and I'm getting like someone tried to end this for somebody. They may have tried to like if you're a business owner, they could have like slandered you and your business, and it's like defamation. They may have like stalked your platforms if you have business platforms, or there was just a lot of like trying to ruin someone's reputation and take them down. And I have Justice here, and that kind of leads me to the fact that like there's somebody, you know, having to deal with court issues here. Someone might have accidentally confessed, but justice is playing out in this situation. Okay, look at, there's a Tower here. All right, and it's a couple. So it's, you know, divine justice playing out here. Whatever was done in the dark is coming to the light, and someone's very haunted and distraught. Okay, because they're facing God's wrath and judgment at this time. And everything that they once built off, like whatever they built on false foundations, your pain, your suffering, and the lies, the slander, the defamation, it's coming crumbling down. 10 of Swords, yeah, it's coming crumbling down. All right, look at, yeah, they tried to defame a Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, I feel like someone feels maybe a bit guilty now. Page of Cups. Or this Page of Cups is representing like some of the things that you do as part of your business. It could be spiritual or psychic or intuitively based. We have a Page of Wands. Somebody wants to share some sort of news with you. You could be let's see. Yeah, you could be hearing news. I have 3 pages, one right after another. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting like this could come from multiple people. You could receive information from multiple people in a few different ways. Catch it. Yeah, that Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Someone, oh my gosh, I'm getting like whatever's happening for this Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, this is the one that very well could find themselves in the hot seat here. Remember, I've been picking up on the fact that like someone gets caught a case. I feel like it very much could be public, or whatever they did is recorded. I'm getting like, I'm looking at the camera. And this Page of Swords energy is like people watching and investigating and looking into things. There very well could be like, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, which we have on the table here, but it's kind of like having to see for yourself the truth, right? Maybe someone was lying, okay, slandering, defaming somebody, maybe even doing like magic here, all right, to try to get to someone's someone's ability to be in this loving, caring, kind, sweet energy. Okay, I'm getting like someone did the most. Someone played a lot of games and lied to a lot of people, and whoever they lied to, I'm getting they might be doing their own research. They may be doing a bit of looking up to see for themselves. There could be some sort of like apology, or I've been watching you. Did you know about this? Have you heard about so-and-so? They got caught doing such and such. I'm getting like that. So this could be like energies that you used to know. Like maybe you're not super close to them anymore because they're all pages and they're immature. They may have chosen to believe this liar over you. And as a result, like they're not in your reality anymore. I have a King of Wands here. So you could be moving on, okay, following a passion, purpose, inspired action here. This could also be someone coming in here that you're connecting with. Hermit energy, Virgo, they could be a Virgo. Life path number 9 here. 9s are significant. I'm getting like you might have a shared purpose with this person. King of Wands. This also can be you on your spiritual path. This is someone who's considered like a wise old soul. Okay, this could be also like seeking outside counsel. We have a King and Queen of Wands. So there's a spiritual contract between the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're meant to be of service of others, like being on the giving, being able to give and also receive, right? Having more than enough to be charitable. Someone could feel very charitable. They may be looking for someone to do this work with. I'm getting like spiritual work because I have the Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the 5 of Swords. So someone has strong spiritual authority here. Queen of Wands, she's the warrior queen. She's the one who has high ranking here. Okay, out of all the queens when it comes to spiritual authority here, I'd say. Okay, you could be very creative. You might be able to like take any kind of energy and transmute it and create something beautiful with it. So you have strong abilities. And I'm getting like they did the most to try to prevent you from being able to alchemize, okay, and transmute energy. But I feel like they underestimated your spiritual intelligence. Look at, it's the Emperor. That's who this is. Yeah, the Emperor's coming in. All right. 7 of Cups. Someone has a secret obsession here. And it could have something to do with a Queen of Swords. I almost said Queen of Words, so you might be a strong communicator. You might be someone who speaks truth. Okay, you have a high line of sight is what I'm getting. So sight, your ability to be a seer. You could have really strong intuition. You could have like, you might be a truth teller. I'm getting like your tongue. It's just like the sword. It's sharp. It can be sharp. You have a high perspective, so you see things playing out from a higher perspective here. And I'm getting like you tell it like it is. 4 of Wands. So there could be, you know, some sort of achievement that's gained, a milestone, a celebration, celebrating one's success and achievement. Hey, got things falling everywhere. Okay. Okay. 9 of Wands coming out. Yeah, this is about, this can also represent paranormal, 9 of Wands, I believe. But I'm getting like you could be somebody who has built a business off of your challenges in life, right? Like all the things you've experienced and overcome is what you're building your stable foundation and business off of. Like you're using, these were all, it was all for the purpose of your divine birthright, right? Like every lesson you learned and experienced was for your highest and greatest good here. However, it's a bit bittersweet. And this Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior, feeling like, oof, you know, like you've been through it. So maybe this is a time to celebrate what you've accomplished so far, okay? And then I have Page of Cups, Three of Cups. So I'm getting like this Page of Cups could come from one of this this threesome here. So maybe this is a group that you used to be friends with or acquaintances with. They may now see you in a different light. I'm getting like they acted from a place of jealousy and envy, and they may have sent negative energy your way in the form of like maybe reporting what you put out. Like if you post something, they may like report it, flag it, try to create some sort of blockages for you. And I'm getting they did it from a place of jealousy and envy, and they believed whatever this person said over asking you. So there was like this group activity that came after you. It could be associated with this Queen of Cups. I'm getting like evidence is coming out about this Queen of Cups and what was done behind the scenes here against a divine being. All right, what's this Page of Swords? Yeah, so the Queen of Cups. Yeah, another page. We've got all 4 pages here. Yeah, and then we also have a Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting like somebody may have taken your business away, and yeah, there was like this whole like attempt to steal your business. So either they tried to beat you or they tried to be like you. I'm getting that this was a bit of like, you can't compete where you don't compare. Whatever they did was illegal and fraudulent, and they involved others to come against you. And as a result, like there's a price to pay for that. And they're going to pay it. This Page energy though, super immature. Like this is some high school bullshit. That I'm getting, and I feel like somebody realized like they invested in the wrong one and it's too late. Yeah, because this generational wealth, this legacy, it lies with you. They can't steal anything from you. They may have temporarily received, but that was only so that, you know, there could be lessons learned here. It's like, okay, well, how far will they take it? And I'm getting like they took it far and everything was done and there's a full account. Okay, I'm getting like a full account of what was done to try to come after you. Someone did this for financial reasons. Someone thought that it would be wise to come after you, okay, and try to steal your business. Like, getting someone's a fake, someone's a fraud. All right. 10 of Wands. Someone's coming in to relieve your burdens, okay? This King of Wands has the wands all figured out, right? Okay, they're inspired, they're taking action, and they're coming to relieve you. I'm getting, you know, so that you can put things down. Like, not all of it do you need to carry anymore. So there might be a need to kind of like put this down and leave it down. All right, Two of Swords. Yeah, there's this. like I'm getting crossroads, a decision, maybe not having enough information to make a decision. There's also a bit of like protection. Okay. There could be like energy here where someone's wanting to block your ability to be unburdened, or I feel like there's a bit of like trying to like almost gatekeep your abilities to share your wisdom, your knowledge here. So like almost like blocking whatever you're putting out. So I was getting like that energy of like someone, I was seeing like in my third eye, I was seeing like someone seeing a video and hitting like unlike, or reporting it, or taking some business from you. Maybe they've created like a fake email, and that email is how they're receiving something that was meant to be for you. Getting someone could be gaining insight now about who and what you are. King of Swords. I would say whatever he says goes. Okay, and the King of Swords protects the Queen of Wands. All right, so the King of Swords for me is Archangel Michael. All right, so you work for Archangel Michael, you work for God, okay? And no weapon formed against the chosen one will be prosperous. Five of Swords, the Devil, Queen of Wands, King of Swords. You could right now feel like you're in isolation, almost like witness protection. It's almost like you could be like a double agent on a double mission. All right, but I'm getting like, usually with you, you know, I'm getting like the duality and the polarity of something. So maybe at some point with this Ace of Swords, like you learned a lesson and now it's like their turn to learn the lesson. So this would be those that you dealt with in the past, anyone that's come against you. This could be karmic partners, karmic contracts, karmic family, friends, co-workers, right? Those that are operating in a lower vibration. I'm getting you've walked away from this energy, so they're not currently in your group. It's not who you associate with anymore. Whatever you've experienced, you know, it's got nothing to keep you. Like, you're not staying attached to this. This is something that you've released. Eight of Cups. Yeah. There was no emotional fulfillment there. It's like you might have overpoured into relationships that were not reciprocal, and as a result, you cut them out of your life. And that might have been a bit of retaliation. Maybe you did that with a lot of this energy, because it seems like that would have been wise to cut this energy out. And maybe they retaliated against you for that. But it's like you already knew the energy behind it. That's the Eight of Swords, right? You already knew that this energy only cared about you doing well as long as you're not doing better than them. There's a lot of envy, there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of like self-limiting beliefs. And so them hating on you actually sabotages them. Okay, next card out is the Two of Pentacles and the Chariot. This is going in a different direction, all right? This is things being balanced out, okay? So if anything was like siphoned from you, it's going to be returning in your favor. I would say flip side of that is anything that they did, okay, to gain off your pain and suffering, they will lose. So it's a bit of like, yeah, and it may actually, you know, be some sort of court decision for some of you. It's like what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. Victory is yours. All right. 6 of Wands. You're being seen as the one who's favored and who's won this battle. You have the support you need to overcome whatever you need to do. I feel like whatever you came here to do, you did it. And you're being seen as the one who's victorious. Like, you won. All right. This was more like a personal battle, something that you personally overcame. Maybe before you really cared about what people thought about you, you cared. Like, you're just a caring, loving, kind person. Ace of Cups, right? Like, you have a very open heart chakra. And I'm getting like maybe people took advantage of that. And I feel like if that was the case, it's being balanced out and you're being seen victorious here. And that's at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles after that. Yeah, you have something that's coming in that is going to be a huge growth opportunity, maybe something you've never done before, or it's something that's going to build upon something that you've already been growing. All right, I feel like, yeah, it could be building upon, again, like what you already have established. This could be a new opportunity to add to what you already have. All right. Anything else with this deck? No. Okay. Yeah, look at you. Look at you, world stage. Yeah, you're meant to be seen, heard, possibly around the world. So this could be online. This could be reaching those that maybe you haven't reached before. So this could be an expansion of something that you've planted and seeded and nurtured. This is also things coming full circle and recognizing that you're ready to move to the next level. All right, so that's the end of that deck. And then we've got another deck to work with here. So let's get that going. Okay, let me just clean this up real quick. Thanks for sticking with me and continuing to watch the reading. It's fascinating. What I love about tarot and oracle cards and tuning into the energy and being able to share what comes up is it's such a great learning tool, and I have learned so much about myself and the process of healing and recovering and using the experience towards something positive and taking action on that, and what the advice is and what are the blind spots and, you know, the probabilities of things that come out, and hey, maybe you don't see this. It could be a roadblock or a bit something that could sabotage. So I love the insight. I love the support. They're fantastic tools. And my cat says hello. Hi. All right. We'll get some specifics here and see if this is resonating for you. Again, with any reading, mine or otherwise, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. Someone could feel like their essential support, it might not be recognized or appreciated. Someone's feeling unappreciated, under-recognized, as well as overlooked contributions. So maybe there's a need to this is maybe leaving something where you feel unappreciated towards something new, okay, that has a brighter future. All right, so this is saying an optimistic outlook, hopeful, positive possibilities, future looks, success, and promising, and being fulfilled. That's beautiful. It's like, don't worry, okay? Don't worry. People could be offering you advice that you didn't ask for. People butting in possibly, or wanting to get involved in something that they don't need to get involved in, or feeling intrusive or unwelcome. Someone might want to come to you for advice. What's this unsolicited advice? Go left, go right, mixed signals. This is talking about disconnect between what is said and what is done. Confusing and inconsistent. Contradictory things. Sunk cost fallacy. This is talking about staying in a situation that no longer serves you. Okay, it's no longer beneficial. Not admitting it's over. Someone's not admitting it's over and holds on tight for nothing. I'm getting like somebody talks out of both sides of their mouth, like they're not trustworthy. If they give any kind of advice, it's usually not clear. So if this is someone who maybe, I'm getting copycat energy. All right. Someone is staying in a situation that is not beneficial. Yeah, I'm getting like somebody may reach out to people and give advice. So they're soliciting maybe those who follow you, if you have a platform or following, and they could be giving people advice and they're not asking for it. And it's super confusing and inconsistent. So it's almost like not even good advice. Look, fake. Someone's holding on tight for nothing, just to hold on. This can also just be like, you've got a friend that gives unsolicited advice and it's terrible advice. And they're just like, you don't need to listen to that. You can just create boundaries for yourself and be like, you know what? I don't need this. Thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. Heartfelt confession. Unfinished business. Sincere revelation of one's true feelings. Deep vulnerability. Genuine emotion and self-reflection. I'm also getting somebody may have gotten advice from somebody and it was bad advice and it literally led them down the wrong path. Okay, this could have been a friend in a friend group. This could be someone that they worked with, getting involved in their business. Someone is left incomplete, unresolved issues or emotions that linger. Story hasn't ended quite yet. Someone feels like they need to communicate their feelings. They might want to confess, and they feel like there's unfinished business here. I'm getting they got really bad advice from a friend, and it literally created a shitstorm. Like, it looks like this boat's about to sink, okay? Like, to that point. And now they're stuck, and they're like, how do I get out of this? Yeah, if there's any, let me just put this disclaimer out there. Anyone who is legit, a legit reader, would never go and solicit advice to you in any kind of message, DM, or anything like that. That's a scammer, okay? that should tell you what's up. If anyone's reaching out to you and saying, oh, I read your energy and I picked up this, and they send you a message, you know, do you want to book a reading with me? Anyone approaching you for a reading is fake. No one I know that's a professional reader would ever track and chase a client. Fake applause, yeah. Someone is extremely fake, insincere, forced expressions of approval or appreciation, fake compliments, superficial support. So there could be someone fake, okay, commenting on things or just in your energy, and it's like, it's fake support. All right, I got the toilet plunger, which I think is like one of my favorite cards in this deck. It says unclogging unnecessary crap. Working through crap to get things fixed. Need to get messy. Someone is finding themselves in a mess. So maybe you need to clean up whatever you think is questionable. So if there's people in your energy or friends that you follow and they follow you, maybe do a bit of evaluation if they still have permission to be in your energy at all, whether it's online or in your physical reality. All right, if anyone feels weird to you, trust the feeling. I feel like removing the low vibrational energy, the fake energy, I'm getting a lot of fake energy. Whatever that is, sometimes the trash takes itself out. So don't resist that if that's the case. So if you find that like some people are a bit, you know, like you're picking up that low energy, that jealousy energy, that envy energy, like, then you know that that's needing to be released. You provide a safe space, okay? So a supportive circle, a group of people who provide emotional, mental, and social support. And there's no room or tolerance for anyone who wants to create any kind of, you know, superficial support, okay? You encourage a nurturing environment and you maintain a nurturing environment. That's your responsibility. Whether it's friends, family, co-workers, like there's no reason why there should be superficial support, okay? And if there is superficial support, they're wanting you to unclog the unnecessary crap, okay? You don't need to take that crap, all right? So choose those who choose you is what I'm getting. And there's a dirty little secret coming out. Shameful, embarrassing info. Someone went to great lengths to cover it up. And it's damaging and it's immoral. Someone's hopes are about to be crushed. Feeling defeated and unable to win. Feels they won't reach their goals. Despair, disappointments, and shattered. That was like the 5-5-5-5 energy we were getting, right? Someone feels like they're defeated. This is success. They're obsessed. This is success. And it's not theirs. It's not their success. They tried to steal your success for their own, okay? People may have thought that it was you giving the readings, or if you're a reader, I'm picking up a reader, but it was this fake person. I feel like somebody did the most here. The lies are being unraveled at this time, just clarifying that this was a toxic cycle here. Repetitive, negative pattern in your life or relationship, difficult to let go or cut off completely. I have lies being unraveled, truths being revealed, exposing lies, karma is working, no more excuses, seeing through the BS. So like before I started doing this reading, I was talking to my spiritual team and I was like, it's going to be a short one. We're just going to do like 20 minutes or something. And I just heard them say, I thought this was going to be a short one. Oh, it's funny. When you're on a roll, you're on a roll. You know what I mean? Okay. Unshakable love. Deep-rooted affection that grows stronger with time. Unwavering affection, steady and resilient. So for some of you, this could be coming in here. Oh, I just heard we're going to end on a high note. Okay. All right. I love that. Woo-wee. Unshakable love. Like, I feel like if you were dealing with somebody, they were fake and they were false and they were jumping from person to person to person, even when they were in your energy, and they were looking for love in all the wrong places because they didn't really know what love was. They didn't really understand what it means to be in a healthy relationship. And so there's a bit of sabotage, there's a bit of jealousy, envy. I feel like, you know, someone came in, gave some sort of advice, right? Someone took a different direction, all right? There's some sort of fallacy here. They're realizing, you know, that they may now understand that they still have some unfinished business and feelings with you, but I'm getting like, you're not interested in something that is so shakeable, meaning like for even the slightest little glimmer of, you know, fame or money or like something sparkly, something like that, I feel like they jump ship in a heartbeat. 555 on my timer. All right, so I feel like if someone can be easily swayed to switch camps, then they're not for you. And you're like, you know, toodaloo. Okay. Someone's discovering a paternity. Someone's finding out that they're the parent. It's coming out of nowhere. They're going to be blindsided and the truth is being exposed. Someone has, you know, F around and found out. Took a risk and pushed the boundaries and experienced the consequences. Not the best idea, and someone has to learn the hard way, I guess. You're turning over a new leaf, a fresh start. Adopting a new and positive way of living. Deep personal change and transformation. You're calling in a real love. A love that is not going to be broken by unsolicited advice. For someone whose business, you know, someone who thinks that they have, you know, some sort of business of yours. They don't. Someone's being kicked to the curb, refusing to forgive and forget, throwing someone in the trash. And then I have message in the stars, feeling connected to the universe through astrology, see signs all around you. So it's like you're on the rise to stardom and they're on a fall. As they fall, you rise. That's that like Two of Pentacles energy. delusions of grandeur. So someone is very delusional. Someone could be experiencing a bit of mental imbalance at this time. I'm not diagnosing anybody. See a professional if you feel like you need to. Someone thinks that they're better than someone else. Disconnection from reality and inflated view of importance. All right. All right, we're going to end this on a good note, okay? Like, this is not someone you're interested in. They could actually be high. They could be on substances here, which is like increasing the delusions of grandeur here. Someone's being kicked to the curb here, or someone was kicked to the curb, and as a result of that, their response was delusions of grandeur. They need to turn over a new leaf here. They need to go through and do some work and put their energy towards personal change and transformation instead of worrying about what you're doing. Someone has some sort of like savior complex, trying to play the hero but falling short. Superman, they may have a Superman shirt. All right, this guy's wearing a Superman shirt or costume. More talk, less action, not following through. And then the other man, the other woman. Someone could be in between, like bi. No judgment, just what I'm picking up here is that someone could like both, and maybe the Two of Swords is that energy, like not being able to really, maybe there's a need to like figure that out, explore that. The competition, someone getting in your way, stealing or taking what's yours. Rival and a frenemy. All right, so someone almost like wants to come in and say that they're saving you from somebody, but in reality, they're a wolf in sheep's clothing. You can't trust anything that this person says. That's that delusion of grandeur, okay? All right, family secrets are being exposed. Unspoken truths with family. Embarrassing matters. Concealed family secrets and protects reputation. And then we have, frenzied follower. Remember I was picking up on the follower energy? So if you guys have a platform, even if it's just your own social media, right? You're not even business related. It can be somebody who's like stalking, okay? Obsessively following a person, okay? Trend or idea without question or considering any kind of consequences. So I'm getting like somebody did something without asking any questions or considering the consequences. They did something without thinking there would be any kind of recourse. Inner peace, finding tranquility and harmony within. State of calm and acceptance and emotional balance. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Physically abusive, wants to fight. Uses their fists. Defensive, anger issues, and won't back down. Accidental confession. This was on the bottom of the deck when we started. Someone is now in the hot seat. Maybe a confession. I did it. I did it. Somebody may have done it. Unintentional revelation, discloses something private inadvertently, unexpected or spontaneous response. Yeah, I feel like somebody might have abused their power and admitted it on accident. All right, y'all, we're gonna leave it there, okay? So stay true to you, okay? This energy you don't want, All right, you don't want any kind of association to any of this. All right, you know what you want and you know what you deserve, and you're not settling for less than. You're not wanting anyone that is going to switch teams because it looks better over there. All right, like that's not a partner, okay? That's a traitor. And we don't accept traitors in our camp. So out with the old, in with the new, okay? Let them sink their own ships, all right? Yeah. You know, this is going to be a long reading, okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, it's always fun to see what comes out and see what's happening, and hopefully bring some clarity to the situation. And if this resonated for you, give me a like, you know, share that it resonated and it meant something to you. You know, it's nice to get that feedback, you know, and certainly helps my channel have more reach worldwide, right? Right, Mr. and Mrs. Worldwide. Look at this. You see that emperor? That emperor is going to help support your endeavors, your plans for the future. They see the potential in you, okay? Where others did not. They were jealous of that. They tried to keep you small. They kind of tried to sabotage you, and I feel like you moved forward with grace, confidence, courage, and they could only dream and wish for that. So stay true to you, and I love you guys. I'll see you on the next reading. Bye now.